question is what is God doing? When we think about the world today, it's a crazy place. Your spiritual life, your own life, your family life. Welcome to today's Daily 320. Again, so excited to be with you, so humbled and honored by all that God is doing in your life and us getting to be connected with it, continuing to celebrate the E320 things. Today I'm going to start doing something a little bit different, a little bit controversial maybe, something I'm a little bit scared of personally. And over the next few days, and maybe even have some weekend editions of the Daily 320, I'm going to start talking a little bit about the coronavirus, the pandemic, the crisis, and how does that coincide with a loving God? How does that coincide with a God that is an E320 God? And so that's the first question I want to answer today, is how is an E320 God allowing such a time of craziness on planet Earth, and how do we respond to it? E320 is Ephesians 3:20. It says God can do anything, far more than you could ever imagine, guess, or request in your wildest dreams. And he does it not by pushing us around, but by working within us, his Spirit deeply and gently within us. So I'm going to try to break this down every day where there's bite-sized chunks. So when you look at E320 and you say, why would God allow this? Let's skip to the second part of that scripture of God working within us deeply and gently within us. God's desire since creation is to work in the heart, the spirit, the mind, and the body of man and woman. And through that, his desire is not to push us around, but to work within us deeply and gently within us through his Spirit nudging us. And through that, because we live on a fallen earth, because of sin coming into the earth, there will be things that will come about the earth, like disaster, that we can allow to find the miracle in, God working in us, and allow God to do the good in somehow, share a story in just a moment, or we can just focus on the crisis of it. I was 9 years old. We were coming back from a Cub Scout trip. Yes, I was in the Cub Scouts, and a tornado was heading to where we were. So we were getting up to leave to come to our house. The park rangers came around and said, things have changed. Stay here. Don't go back to your house. God did a miracle right there. Because if we would have been back at our house was destroyed by that tornado, and we would have had 30 little Cub Scouts destroyed with it because it was right in the midst of that path. Now, in the midst of losing our house, God began to do miracles in our life. And at 9 years old, I began to realize how God could take these disastrous things and work in the middle of disaster to bring destiny and greatness out of it. So what I want to encourage you with today as a family and as an individual is to sit back, to breathe, and to understand that God is working in you deeply and gently within you. And in the middle of the craziness, because we can turn on the TV and it is crazy. And I'm going to talk about some things for the next couple of days about why it's crazy and what it does to each of us and how it does some things for us and some things that hurts us. But here's what I want you to focus on today. What is the miracle in the middle of the messiness? What is the miracle in the middle of the messiness? One of the miracles that I see is that people are starting to be more loving towards each other. They're beginning to be more graceful towards each other. They're working together. They're starting to share. They're letting go of things and letting go of grudges and everything else because they're realizing that life is bigger than unforgiveness. That's a miracle in the midst of the messiness. So we have some messiness. What is the miracle? Today, what I want to do is I want to stop with Ephesians 3:20. God can do anything, far more than you could ever imagine, guess, or request in your wildest dreams. And I want you to talk about what is his Spirit doing within you, deeply and gently within you, and what is the miracle that you can find today, in the middle of the messiness. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a great E320 day.